Welcome back, everyone, to another segment of the MCR. My name is TJ, Mac is to my left. We're on multiple platforms, BitChute, YouTube, Rumble. We have our videos on Wimkin, and if I missed something, I'm sure Mac will correct me because he only corrects me when I'm wrong.
That's correct.
So, anyway, we would like to do a part 2 of Welcome to Bidenzuela. In part 1, we talked about the obscene gasoline prices. But the reason why I wanted to do this in 2 segments is our energy situation is so horribly, as I like to say, vertically fornicated. It goes beyond the price of gasoline. It goes to the energy sector, utilities. I shudder to think what electric bills are going to be come August, okay? But in the past week, we've had some department heads appear before the Senate and basically got caught looking like goofballs, idiots, and said ridiculous things, which I would like to touch on here.
And then you're going to lecture us on disinformation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's,
That's the really insulting part.
Yeah. So, the Secretary of Interior, I think it is. Let me take a look here.
Yeah.
Deb Haaland, Haaland. Her claim to fame is she's Native American.
Well,
Department of Interior. Okay?
Can we stop there for 1 second? That's every Biden appointee. They're there because they're black. They're there because they're transgender. They're there because they're gay.
Yeah.
Whether or not these people are qualified for the job seems to be irrelevant. And based on what you told me, it sounds like they proved they're not.
Well, this Deb Haaland in front of the Senate proved she wasn't deserving of the position, leading to what I'd like to touch on here. She appears before the Senate. And normally, when when a department secretary or head of department appears, and in this case we have a Democrat administration, so you know the Democrats are going to get lob her softballs while the Republicans hold her feet to the fire.
Right.
Not so on this one, and it involves Senator Joe Manchin, Democrat from West Virginia.
A coal-producing state.
Yes. He's questioning Deb Haaland, I think that's how it's pronounced. And he holds up a statement. And this is what Senator Joe Manchin says. The U.S. Department of Interior just put out a statement. He's holding it up, and the statement basically says a proposed program is not a decision to issue specific leases or to authorize any drilling or development. And he's holding it. He goes, this is from y'all's office. So it looks like you want to shut everything down. Did you know your office put this out? And she sat there, and I don't believe she had any kind of a response, to say she had that deer in the headlight look.
She may not even know.
That's what the suspicion is. The suspicion is she had no idea the memo and if you see the video, he's shaking it.
Yeah.
He's shaking it. He wraps it up with her saying, and he's looking around the room as he says this, my God, this shuts it down, meaning energy, energy production. The whole idea of, having this person lead this department, has no idea what her department's doing. And then of course you bring them, the question begs to be asked, is she even qualified to do anything about this?
But we need a lesbian to run the Interior Department.
Now, not to be outdone, our own ex-Governor Granholm, as we like to sarcastically refer to as Tax Home, Jennifer Granholm, The energy secretary that produced the Department of Energy that produces no energy, as Mark Levin likes to say.
It wastes energy, that's for damn sure.
She appears before the Senate, and Senator Hawley calls her out about the gasoline prices. And of course, her response to Senator Hawley, she goes, "You can thank the activity of Vladimir Putin for invading Ukraine and pulling essentially," I think he cuts her off and says, "With all due respect, your answers are insulting."
Yeah.
And
disinformation again.
He says, "With all due respect, Madam Secretary, that's utter nonsense." And then he goes, and I don't want to read the quote, but he gives a brief history of what the price of gasoline was the day Brandon becomes president, and then how it went up, like he referenced 30% before Vladimir Putin started doing whatever he was doing in Ukraine.
That's like a 30% pay cut for you. And think of it in those terms.
He makes the comment, Senator Hawley says, "What are you doing to reverse this administration's policies that are drawing down our own supply of energy in this country, that are throttling U.S. and oil and gas production in the United States?"
Our reserves, our strategic reserves, which are meant for a time of a national crisis, are down to 34% of what they should be.
Well, she and if you watch the video, she sits there with that smug look, thinking she's going to blame Vladimir Putin. Thank goodness Senator Hawley says, with all due respect, your answers are insulting.
Yeah.
You know what?
Well, she's adult.
Here's the thing. He's saying that, and if you were to read into that, just that one little phrase, you're lying to us.
Yeah.
You're lying to us. So, along this lines of energy, there was a trucker tweeted, "Hey, you guys, diesel's only getting worse, and how do you think things get to the store? How do you think mass products are transported from point A to point B?" You could say a boatload of it is done on a diesel-consuming truck.
Absolutely.
And
well, see, we need to replace that. So we're just going to get rid of it and then worry about how we're going to do things. This is the childish mindset of the left.
Right now, I say right now, as in some days ago, in Wisconsin, diesel was as low as $5.11. In California, it was averaged at $6.58. And diesel's always going to be more expensive than gasoline for cars. If we're supposed to hit $6 by August, well then where does that put diesel? 7 or 8?
Yeah.
And
that's you're going to see that reflected in everything you buy.
Yeah.
If you buy a lawnmower, and someone's made a joke on Facebook, it only cost me $22 to fill up my tank on my lawnmower. And I did the math, and that's actually a little low here in Michigan.
But so that's the message I wanted to deliver in our part 2 of Welcome to Bidenzuela. There is no reason why we should be experiencing an energy crisis
or a food shortage,
a transportation shortage, energy shortage. Electric bills are going to be out of the roof because coal's no good.
Baby formula. Which is not exactly related, but...
And as I said in part 1 segment, the result of, Orange Man was so bad, we got to pretend that the electoral anomalies of 2020 didn't happen. I just want to scream at people, at the insanity of their... you used a term once. I want to think willful ignorance or whatever you said.
Ignorance is bliss, they say.
Yeah, ignorance.
If I don't look, what an ostrich does, it sticks its head in the ground when the lion's coming. But does it stop the lion from eating him? Nope.
But anyways, part 2. Welcome to Bidenzuela. This is just
going to get worse.
There's no reason why we ought to be in this situation that we are, and I could rant and ramble without end on this, but it's pointless, I guess. That's all I got. You got any
Nope.
further rant?
Nope, that'll be it.
That's okay. Just two old guys ranting here, if that's how you want to look at it. Catch you in our next segment. As always, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on